Hi, I'm Gary White with Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Dr. Trish Ciccone at Central Kentucky Optometric Associates with offices in both Lebanon and Springfield. And as we're recording this, we're getting close to what normally would be the start of school here for us in Central Kentucky. That's been delayed with the COVID situation, and also whether in person or online is still some discussion as well. So we want to talk though, because kids still need to have certain kind of eye exams and requirements before they can start school. Is that correct?
Yes, and I have not received any kind of notification, saying that they're going to be more lenient or regarding the paperwork that needs to be submitted for anybody entering school for the first time in Kentucky. Has to have an exam, and all the Head Start kids have to have exams. So I have not received anything that there's going to be any leniency. Now they are kind of lenient and will give you that kind of 6-month extension if you don't have something scheduled already. We are scheduling over a month out, so if you do have a preschool or a kindergartner, or if you just moved in and it could be an older student that just has never been to school in Kentucky before, they need to have that baseline exam done. Okay. So feel free to give us a call.
Now also, as we said, with it online, that creates a whole different set of potential issues.
Yes,
with computer usage, right?
It sure does. Our kids are going to be doing more near work, even if it's in person and they're on a computer most of the time, or a Chromebook. Like everybody's getting a Chromebook this year. If it's on a Chromebook or a computer, they're not doing as much looking at the board and as much distance. They're doing all near work. And so sometimes the smaller, even smaller or marginal farsighted prescriptions or small amounts of astigmatism that may, in a normal classroom situation, get away without a pair of glasses, they may do better with one, just from the prolonged amount of near work that these kids are going to be doing, whether it be all online or partial online. We know that their need and their near point demand is going to be a lot higher.
Now, since if they are doing it online and in front of a screen for a good portion of the day, should that have any impact on their recreational screen usage, would you say?
Well, the more you're on the screen, the more blue light that you're getting exposed to, the more that can interrupt your sleep cycles. So switching that screen to the night screen where there's not as much blue light, that might be a good thing to do. And I would encourage that if they're doing schoolwork all day on a computer, get them outside. Myopia development, kids that have that tendency towards myopia, the studies show that if you spend at least an hour outside every day, it reduces the rate and the amount of myopic progression. So, we haven't done that. That's for kids in a normal classroom situation, not kids that are sitting on a screen all day long for months on end. If you think about it, it's been March, April, May, June, July. We are in our 5th month of our kids doing this. So, encourage the kids to put those screens down and get outside. Think about a blue light filter in their glasses if you can swing that. Think about switching their screens to the night screen that doesn't have as much blue light exposure on it. Those are things that you can do to kind of protect them. And encourage more breaks. They're sitting hunched up at a table, this far away from you. Kids are meant to move. They're meant to get up and move and stretch, and their bodies don't want to be all sedentary like that. So, and in a normal school day, they're changing classes, they're getting up, they're having PE. There's all kinds of things during a normal classroom. But if they're in the classroom and they get there and they're all day long at a computer or a Chromebook, and they're even going to be eating their lunches in their classroom, that's a lot of room in one space. And they're going to have a mask on, and it's going to be hot. And
it's a lot.
It's a lot for kids to take in and absorb.
Absolutely. If a child does not have any eye issues, prior to the whole situation that's going on. Is there more concern still? Should they come in for another exam, or is it just if there was already
If they develop some, near point stress or near point, we call it asthenopia, near point fatigue, your blink rate goes down when you're on a screen, so there may be more dry eye issues, and just the lighting overhead. And if setup is just not ideal for, normally you should be a little bit higher than your screen and looking down at an angle at your screen. But that's a perfect setting with a chair that goes up and down. How many of us have chairs that go up and down and can get that perfect setup where your eyes are perfectly comfortable ergonomically? So, I see all kinds of neck problems, head problems, from sitting there, having to sit on your foot if you can't get high enough. All kinds of, things that can make you just more uncomfortable. And again, milder, smaller refractive errors can create issues just because of the prolonged up-close work.
And if you're noticing any of these issues, or if you do start to notice any of these issues, or yourself, because a lot of adults are also working at home and having more.
Yes, and even like my son and my daughter-in-law, they both are working at home a lot. And he's an engineer and she's an accountant, and you go in this one room and it's all computers, and they got these big screens everywhere, and they're sitting on these little chairs that they have in their house. They're not nice ergonomic chairs that they have at their offices.
Right.
And from 7:30 in the morning till 5:30 at night, they're sitting there looking at these screens, not moving. They get up a little bit for lunch, but it's kind of physically tough on them too, and they're young. They're in their 20s.
Yeah. But so if you're noticing it for yourself or your child or anyone, make an appointment for Central Kentucky Optometric Associates to come in, get checked out. Offices both in Lebanon and Springfield. And how can they contact you to set that appointment? 270-692-1871. And Springfield is 859-336-9388. And we actually, even for young adults and adults, and even for kids, if folks want to, spend a little extra money, that we have lenses that are actually like the eyes-in lens that are designed for someone who's going to be on a computer or a digital device for long periods of time, and that can kind of even relieve some of that stress, even for somebody who doesn't have a normal prescription. And they also have the blue light filters built into them. So there are lenses designed out there to help that, even if just correcting a small refractive error and or putting you in one of these new lens styles can be quite helpful. So contact Central Kentucky Optometric Associates. It's been Gary White talking with Dr. Trish Ciccone at Central Kentucky Optometric Associates. Thank you.
All righty.